Hello, my name is Alexander, and this is my final project marketing mix presentation. Okay, so for the first simulation, planning and marketing mix simulation. Product price, promotion, and place are all very important to the role of my marketing plan because I need to perfect each of the four P's in order to have a successful product. I need a reasonable fair price, good promotion, good placement in the market, and a good product that people would want for themselves. I definitely was able to achieve the product goal of this mission thanks to picking the right demographic and the right words to associate my product with. It was a good decision associating kids' backpacks with the word safety. Setting a competitive price and developing a backpack really helped my team achieve our mission goal, and it really helped me understand my mission because it allowed me to set the base for my successful marketing strategy. Those tools were the ones that stood out the most to me. Okay, buyer behavior. This is the rundown of the buying process. Needs recognition. The customer is driven. Informational and alternative. The customer looks for alternatives and gathers info. Evaluation of alternatives. The customer processes the pros and cons of buying the product. Decision of purchase. The customer makes the buying choice. Post-purchase behavior. The customer reflects on their purchase. Price is just how much people pay to get something, and the concept of value is a perceived worth of that item. Production development affects the price by both creating the value from the cost of development and also gives the company an indication of what to price the product at in the market. Advertising and the segments were both two analytical tools that helped me the most with meeting my goals. Segments helped me determine the price, and advertising helped me figure out what words to associate my backpack with. Segmentation. The segmentation of different demographics impacts the marketing team by allowing me to determine the average price. What kind of product performs the best, which channels of promotion, and which advertising techniques are the best are really all around the concept of segmentation. For example, the difference between outdoor enthusiasts and the luxury brand market is that the overall outdoor enthusiast market has a market size of 14,000 and the luxury brands market only has a market size of 5,000. And that's out of a total pool of 98,000 total backpack customers in the simulation. The two tools that I used the most were the position map and the trend graphs to estimate my desirability rating of my backpack. Market research. The concept of a primary source of data includes direct interaction with the consumer. Examples of this are surveys and focus groups. Secondary data are reports and websites that cover less specialized data. Common types of marketing data are data that are developed around marketing in general, like consumer data and online purchases and just general metrics, but they're not as specialized as a primary source of data. The luxury market cares not only about the comfortability of its product, but also about its brand. I found that the brand and comfortability were very important to the luxury market. I added a designer tag in order to boost up my desirability rating, and it really worked for the luxury trend followers market. The two analytical tools that I used were the competitors tab and the price preference. The competitors tab helped me to determine my price, and the price preference data helped me figure out the perfect price in order to get the highest portion on the market. Product development. A good, strong product is indeed the foundation of the four P's of marketing. Because without a good product and good product development, there is no position in the market. Customer approval and production costs are both very important factors that I had to try and balance when trying to complete my backpack. I had to attempt to appeal to my demographic without spending too much money. The pricing module and the preference portions of the segments really helped me to create a perfect backpack capable of obtaining a feature desirability rating of at least 85%, and I couldn't have the production costs be any more than $50, which really was a challenge, let me tell you. Pricing. Customer value is the impression that is given to our target consumers of our product. This, in turn, helps us to determine the price based on the value that the customer considers. So say a customer values something at $50 and I'm selling it at $60, well, if the customer isn't going to buy that because they don't think it's going to be worth $60. In order to make a profit margin, in order for there to be a successful business, you have to have a profit, because the profit and then keeps the factories, the jobs that allow for that product to be pushed out. Therefore, when you're talking about profit margins and marketing, it's always on the marketers and the manufacturers' minds to keep production cost as low as humanly possible in order to maximize that profit margin. The competitors tab and the preferences tab really helped me determine how to design my backpack in order to create the best customer value, and also I used the competitor info to optimize the final price that I had to give for my product. Okay, retail strategy. The pros of adding more retail channels is receiving more customer outreach on your product. The bad side is that it takes a lot of money to be in all these different distributor chains. For example, the high-end outdoor channel has a distributor cut of 28%, and the customer outreach was 3,773 customers. While the high-end outdoor channel didn't give me the biggest profit margin, like profit margin to customer outreach, it was still a very effective channel for my product, and a lot of the other channels had a higher distributor cut and a less outreach for my less customer outreach for my demographic. The two tools that I used for this simulation were the profiles of the channel modules to determine the best outreach, and the price module for determining my cuts after paying the various channels. It was just looking, and you saw all the minuses of what it cost to produce the price, and then it was bleeding after that for some of these retail channels. Okay, integrated marketing communications. Integrated marketing communications are communications such as print marketing, television ads, social media, radio, and poster ads. Almost everything in the simulation considered advertising were integrated marketing communications towards our customers. All of these different IMCs helped give diversity in advertising. A position message is a message meant to show a product's value to its customers, and a media vehicle is something that gets that positioning message conveyed. So it's kind of like idea and then how we get it out to the customers. Circulation, demographic reach, and rate are all very key factors in a successful IMC effort. Demographics impact both the reach and the characteristics of the message, because different demographics are going to have different preferred reactions to the messages and channels that they view their content in. The best analytical tools that I used in my mission were the positioning and the media segments to determine the most efficient integrated marketing communications effort. Marketing metrics, the last marketing simulation. If I'm going to be honest, it took me 3 turns to complete this marketing metrics simulation. I had to utilize the 2 metrics, shapes of hearts and the minds of market, in order to find out what would be the most successful approach to my product. I also used the marketer survey to get feedback on my product. I can definitely say that big data has an impact on my life way more now that I see it versus when I didn't see it. I'm realizing that you are collecting more data, like consumers, marketers are collecting data, and they're subliminally messaging to us even without us realizing it, like toothbrushes and TVs and things you don't even realize you're getting marketed to subliminally. And I really think it's important that we understand that big data goes way beyond just marketing and certain products. It really can be applied. It really is applied to everything in our lives almost at this rate. The backpack customization module and the channels module were the only tools that I were able to utilize because the price of my backpack in the simulation was fixed. I couldn't change the price at all. So it had to be completely by me understanding my demographic and what they wanted. And it was really hard to get at least 70% of the school children backpack market, but those channels helped those channels that I mentioned, the backpack customization and the channels module, were really helpful in allowing me to create a backpack that got that 70% market like cap, like that 70% of the children's backpack market. It really helped me with that. It was very hard. That last marketing metrics was a very tough simulation. All right. I thank you for listening to me. I really appreciate the time you've given me. I really appreciate this class. I thank you for listening to my presentation.